Welcome to today's edition of the show podcast.
Ossining-Croton-On-Hudson, New York. Although health officials warn that it's too soon for the nation to let down its guard in the fight against the coronavirus, many indicators point to a gradual easing of the pandemic, including a sharp drop in the number of new hospitalizations. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that admissions of confirmed COVID-19 patients has fallen by 2/3 since their peak in early January, with the 7-day average dropping from 16,540 on January 9 to 5,490 on March 2. The latter figure was nearly 15% lower than the week before. Still, the pressure on hospital capacity has not disappeared, federal figures show. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, which has been tracking the effect of COVID-19 on hospital capacity since early in the pandemic, releases data each week on tens of thousands of hospitals nationwide showing how close they are to reaching their limit. The latest data for hospitals in Westchester County includes how many adult inpatient and ICU beds are occupied by patients confirmed or suspected to have COVID-19. The new numbers, included below, are current through Thursday, March 4, and represent a rolling 7-day average. Note that the figures for occupied hospital beds sometimes exceed 100%. This is because more than one patient sometimes occupies a bed over the course of a week. Health experts have said that the share of a hospital's total beds devoted to coronavirus cases is key to understanding the strain on its resources. A share greater than 10% is said to be a cause of concern. When that share exceeds 20%, a hospital is said to be under extreme stress, and as the share approaches 50%, the stress is said to be immense. Also this week, state health officials in New York reported to the federal government that 71% of inpatient beds and 67% of ICU beds in hospitals across the state were still occupied as of March 6. Around 13% of beds statewide were filled by COVID-19 patients, they reported. Below are the latest figures for hospitals in Westchester County.